action. Oh, line drive, hit. And the hit goes. There's a runner on second, progressing to home. A runner on third, going to home too. Waves him in and gets in. 2-run score here on the 26th of July, 2001. And on the south, and this is the west corner, we got the home favorites playing on the right side. That's the west side. The east side is an organized women's team that looks like they are primed. They're ready. They got coaches. They got lots of balls. They got the socks. They got the gear. They're prepped. They're good. And on this side, there's some serious baseballers. I can tell. They love their baseball. There's a big hit. First, runs to second, and stays. That's a great, awesome hit. And we got one on first, one on second. This reminds me of my favorite Western joke, the who's on first and who's on second. We got 81. 81's got power. 81's got a prime 9 summation. 81's got my last name, Green Bat. Oh, I'm right. Look at that. That fielder is not even close in the vicinity. Not even the right neck of the woods. We got 1 run scoring, a 2nd run scoring. This could be an in the park. It is. I called that, and that's a great shot. That's Team Canada. That's amazing. That's sport to life. And now we got the women here. We got the great defense setting up. Perimeter game, we got zone defense and offense. They are organized. They know their position. They know how to box out here. Let's see. See the magic here. There we go. Good form. Excellent. Very good. Yeah, good spinal awareness. All heads are up, chins are up, hands need to be up, and the feet need to be moving. As those feet move into place, defense and offense and transition game can ensue. There we go. Creating a good perimeter. That's it. Drive the lane, find the lane, and score. Good shot. 99. Gretzky is here. Ooh. Now he put his shoulder into it. We got a wait, and the runner must stay. It's way exciting here. Back to the west side here. That's it. Calls for a nice timely pick screen, and that's it. Oh, some good defense going on here, making and shaking things up. This is Olympic style of organized basketball. I can see there's organized coaching here. That's good. And back over here, there's a hit. The fielder has got some, the heads up running. Excellent. Advances all the way to third. We got runners on the corners now. And it looks like we got another awesome green bat. That's a good luck thing. And we also got a lot of green jerseys. My last name is Glenny. It's Ukrainian for green. The big Z. And if we take a look here, another hit. And this is interesting. It's awesome. First and second and a run score. And great box out. Good perimeter game. Controlling the flow of the game there. We got a number 3 baseball diamond. They got their equipment. They're ready. They got all their cool stuff here. Looking good. And the basketball, the home team over there, looks like they haven't got the news about Team Canada yet, but I think they probably will eventually. Let's see how great Team Canada's been doing in rowing. We got the Oxford talent. Oh. A fielder's got, what a catch with one. Oh, somebody had the glove and they caught it. That's an amazing catch. And my favorite moment is watching the ladies team volleyball, who I grew up with their dad, the coach of my club volleyball team, where I dominated in 1992, 97, a junior MVP, a junior captain for the senior and juniors team in grade 9, all the way to OAC for volleyball, played basketball, track and field, MVP every single year, MVP final year, drafted to the provincial team for provincial volleyball, wanted to play national and opted out to play my favorite game, golf, which I still play, but I love basketball, I love baseball. I know he's playing soccer and football, but you better believe as the lines come in here, there's going to be a lot of soccer and football to be played. And getting back to the story, Ashbridges Bay and the coach, father that used to coach me inside of OVA is a proud dad now when those two ladies ended up winning against not only one team, but they advanced against the Germans and beat the Germans outright 2 games back to back. That was sweet music to watch. Back to the baseball here. We have like a change of the teams. We now got cool blue hat like my Blue Jays hat. We have a crack of the bat. Good defense. Oh, bobble, but they have to play safe there. And that's a good single. In the basketball things, they're controlling the pace of the play, just like Kyle Lowry loves to say. Control the pace of the play, you control the game. Oh, another good hit, and forced out at second. The base hit. The Fielders are loving it. You better believe I'm loving watching this. I can't wait to go check the Blue Jays inside of that stadium that used to be, of course, everybody knows, I got to vote on my favorite name, and it was the Sky Dome. And the Sky Dome means that we're outside here, and it's a dome because you have the big bat, you can crack it way outside. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. You better move. That's over you. That's awesome. That's a big hit. The runner, good throw. Good throw. It's kind of an in-between play, but good heads-up running. Look at this. Excellent heads-up running. That is how you play baseball to a T. Heads-up running on both runners. One advances to score, and a great triple. That is some baseballing. I've seen a lot, and that is awesome. Ooh, another big hit. And it drops in, and the run scores. That's a big RBI. And back over to here to the basketball. We got some disciplined players here. They're not rushing anything. They know their set plays. And they get the roll because fundamentals wins every time. Excellent. And getting back to the Sky Dome. The Sky Dome used to be a name that was selected by all Torontonians. I'm born and raised Torontonian, and that was a cool name. And then eventually Ted Rogers buys it, and the best is yet to come is definitely the concept of all sports. The best is always yet to come. Ooh, interesting. Oh, the runner stuck, and that's an out. That's 3. There we go. And they switch, and over here, we still have a good perimeter game being played with Solid taking the time. Very good. Yes, the Rogers Dome, and my favorite experience inside of basketball and baseball happened to be with Joe Howarth. And Jerry Howarth, the commentator, his son Joe Howarth and I used to play for the Etobicoke Basketball Association, the EBA. And Joe Howarth used to come to the basketball games, and of course, at the basketball game, he'd say, "Hey, Mark, hey, Greg, hey, Rob, you guys want to go to a great baseball game?" And we'd be like, "Sure, can we sit behind the baseball first baseline?" "Sure, Mark, sure, Greg." And so we get awesome tickets. So the Three Musketeers, as we were called, one of those Musketeers, John Zaricelli, ends up getting his law degree at Queen's University, and he moves on, becomes a lawyer, and he eventually becomes the Right Honorable Justin Trudeau's right-hand man, the recommendation man. And that's one of the friends that used to get those great baseball tickets. And my dad, being a coach 40 years, loved the EBA. And there's a towering show, just foul. And those awesome moments in EVA meant that we were sitting either on the first or third base line because of Joe Howarth and Jerry Howarth. And those primetime tickets, there's nothing like sitting behind the batter's area, the batter's box, but definitely my favorite seats have to be behind the plate. And you see those pitches. Ooh, what a stone. He gets him. A catch, first of all, and then a turn and a fires. That's one of those Kelly Gruber moments. Kelly Gruber, back from the 90s, is one of those great baseball players. He used to have an iron will at the third baseline. He didn't let anything pass, and he had a wicked rocket arm. There we go, a contact. That's good run. Keep running. Excellent. That's a base hit. And it was Joe who inspired a lot of cool action with inside of not only basketball, but he also played volleyball. And so when I was playing basketball, it was one thing, and then, well, we played volleyball against each other where my best friend Greg, who's now modeling for Polo Ralph Lauren, he used to be with me, and we were the tandem hit. There's a hit, so he goes, and it's in. It looks like that is fair. And what ends up happening is Joe Howard had another friend, Vito, and he was 6'10". He had steel rods in his back. He was so tall, his spine grew at an angle. Went to U of T, and what ended up happening is because he was so dang tall, but he dominated in volleyball. So Joe and Vito's used to play out of our competitive school, which was, there's another hit. That's a good one. That's just foul. And what ends up happening is the 6'10" and the 6'5" combination used to be a bit of a contention, but because my good friend Greg and I used to dominate the Toronto West club volleyball circuit, we played against the best of the best for so many years. When it came time for high school, it was a walk in the park kind of thing. Literally, there's some dramatic irony, a walk in the park. So we used to play against these guys, and then eventually we won the cities. And we won the cities multiple. There's another smack. That's a good one, and it drops between the fielders. We got first base rounding, going home, third going home. Awesome. 22 is even left and even right. So what ended up happening at this point, the basketball was happening with Toronto West. We were doing the house league basketball, doing the house league volleyball, the high school volleyball, and you better believe every sport we were playing. And so the Three Musketeers, and I got to finish this point, John Zaricelli being the right on with Justin Trudeau, 25th influential person. My dad was captain, great hit, and he ended up convincing John to keep going, and a run scores, awesome, to continue doing what he wanted to do for the Liberal Party of Canada. And he continued canvassing, working hard, finished, like I said, a law degree at Queen's, went on to become a successful lawyer, networked himself when he was here inside of Ottawa, and now he's moved on. But he used to advise the right arm of Justin Trudeau. So he was the second of the Three Musketeers. Of course, yours truly was the first. Oh, there's a hit. Come on, that's it. Gets it with his hand, feels it, first and second. So what ends up happening is John Zaricelli moves on and still is 25th most influential person in Canada. But the cool thing is that when I get here, I have one mission, sole mission, to continue proactive connectivity to healthy lifestyle living. It was a simple, straightforward goal. Get outside, get active, get involved in house league sport, and I succeeded. I seen it in Toronto. I succeeded out there. More people were active in the James Garden area. More people were active in High Park and Ashbridges and Woodbine Beach, relevant to today's post, where Team Canada ladies used to practice alongside of Martin. Awesome hit. Great one. Great connection. Advanced to the first base runner and the third. We got runners on all three corners now. And what ends up happening is, as I'm training there and watching the men's team too, I used to play against those men inside of club volleyball and also inside of university ball. So again, the connections in sport, the social strengthening, the awesome coincidence of life, but then to cheer on those Olympic athletes. There we go. It's a tricky hit. They're forced out at first, but a run scores, and they advance to run second, third. Good RBI. So, the Three Musketeers, getting back to that for a second, because the Three Musketeers, to my dad, meant it was an unbreakable bond. No matter what we were doing individually or together, there was always that great foundational strength. And that's what sport is. It creates strength from the ground. And it also creates wicked, awesome mobility and translates into real strength and community. What you can do, there's a big smack and a run scores. That's awesome. 2-run score. Excellent RBI. So, the point being is the Three Musketeers have all gone on to do great things. And that's what sport can do. It can be a launching pad into anything, not just the MLB or the NBA or the NHL. It can ultimately lead to any professional career or job. No matter what one wants to do, it has the confidence to make it possible, and obviously the social importance of what sport can provide, and the physical strength. When you play sport, and then let's say like me, you worked on a golf course your whole time, you had to do physical stuff. You do it. It's easy. Piece of cake. There you go. Nice hit. Kept it low. Good head position, and another run is going to score here. Awesome RBI. Very well done. And also, it's what's going on here. It's the talks. The talks are part of what sport is all about. Whether it's a professional sport or it's just for fun, it's the talks. I mean, that's what community is. It's a family outside a family, a baseball team competing against another baseball team, or a rep team. Like I used to play rep soccer. All of this is what I've always strongly believed in. I think it's so important for monies to go in, awesome cash to go into the community, to upgrade whatever outdoor facilities are there. Because it doesn't matter if I was in Toronto. It doesn't matter if I was in London, Ontario. I could have been in Windsor. I could have been in Guelph, Waterloo, any city in Ontario. The point of the matter is, when I wanted to go grab a basketball, let's say if I was in Huntsville, even as far out as Sudbury or, even further out there, maybe I was inside of the good old-fashioned Barrie or Orillia area, Penetanguishing, all these awesome areas. But, of course, my favorite is Haliburton. And Haliburton has a basketball court, a tennis court, a baseball diamond, and they, of course, have my favorite yogurt. They'll have some yogurt after all that. And they have a golf course. So first it was golfing. Then, of course, there was some basketball, tennis. And we'd anchor it off with some yogurt and barbecues and maybe some water skiing and some jet skiing and some fun stuff like that. That's what the summer is all about. And that's what I want to get into the concept of each and every city to realize that this kind of fun is what my dad used to say, it's a good life. This is what life is all about. It's true. So here we go. Another pitch and a hit. And there we go. There's the note. And things are starting to get a little bit slow, and now the technical parts of the game, because all of the muscle sinews are right, the warming up has ensued. So now it comes down to which team wants it more, where's the athleticism, who wants to make that contact, to place that ball, and that's it, or make that right catch, see? And there's 2 outs. And there's another good look at it, and a follow-up. So that's what sport is. There's business that happens in follow-ups all the time, too. So a ground FedEx team and or a telecommunication company, they may have to do a lot of following up. Nowadays, we've got digitization. I mean, it's digital age. It's fun, right? So follow-up, like in basketball, or a check inside of a coach saying, hey, what's going on, is part of life too. So, sports life. It's real. And a hit. Is it fair? It looks like it could be fair. It's fair. And here you go. So, this is the truth. You either want it or you don't. You can go through the motion, But ultimately, going through the motions is not what it's about. It's about putting it all out there on the line like an Olympic athlete, seeing a target and making that hit. That's it. Nice easy force out to make the third out, and there we go. So you can see I brought along my example of what resilience and renewability is all about. It's not a station wagon like the Volkswagen German ancestry that I have. It is just a wagon. It's got plastic container in here, and I've been volunteering with the City of Ottawa, championing the proactive connectivity to healthy lifestyle living. And you take a look. What's in this wagon? All right, I got my basketball here. All right, I got my backpack. And it's like a trunk of a car. And in my backpack, I got all my gear that I need to fix my bike if something breaks. I got my water with me. I got some cans that I've collected because you know that stretches the piriformis muscle. It gets the hamstring, the quadriceps. I do that technically not only to have some important COVID-19 involvement in the community, but I also do it to market what my business is all about, which is Excalibur Elite Sports Camp Development. It'll be going on for 1 month only in August here at the capital city of Canada. Already spoke to the city, got the permits, the permission, and now it's paying those permits and making sure that the advertisements out there. So there's already been a lot of interest from the 12 to 18-year-olds, and now it's just a matter of getting it all together as far as that initial opening date. It'd be great to get some big talent out here. Maybe last minute we could get DeRozan out here from the NBA Raptors. Maybe I could convince a family friend inside of Daniel Nestor in tennis. Even though we don't have tennis, maybe he can come out here. Maybe we could get Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, I've done a lot of posts online with Shaq. Maybe Shaq could bring out his funhouse here and have a great opening ceremony in August. The capital city of Canada as a way to usher in the new resilience here in Canada, because I know Shaq hasn't been to Canada in a while, so that's a good reason. There we go, a good hit. And awesome try. That's a great fielder's choice and a good option. That was a well-struck ball, and he made the good call. It was an interesting spinning ball. That's not an easy catch, so. And here we have it. It's another awesome start to an anchor of a week. And if you take a look, you may not know this and can't see from here, but Commander Fuller, the family's got a lot of history. This entire neighborhood is oozing in history. 1818 to 2021. That's 203 years of history. That's the military action, the Navy. That's it. Awesome. That's close. So the 203 years of the Canadian military defense to life means that the defense that was established early on in the day or the week is what translates into great championship action. And defense and offense work together in the transition game in sports life too. So I can tell number 53 has got some awesome defensive qualities, because right now he is standing like one of my favorite baseball players, Jose Canseco, and his presence can be seen from space. So if there's a great pitch, this connect might even hit the freaking tennis court. There's a hit, goes up. Looks like the fielder's choice is right there, and the second, and it's an advance. Oh, no. And it's the third. It's advanced, an RBI. So, I think that's pretty good for a video. I mean, I could probably talk like Jerry Howarth for hours upon hours, and oodles of sport information is up in this brain, but I think that's probably pretty good for a 26. So I'm going to go on and play my own basketball. But here we go, live to the moment, and just like that, my battery is low too, so it must be right